Welcome back to the Business Blast, brought to you by Satco. You got to go to the light thing, right thing, folks, man. They do the light thing, they be doing the right thing. Go to satco.com, Greg. Satco.com.
More important than ever to do the right thing, and they're the ones. So check them out.
Check them out, man. Love those guys. So, you are thinking of starting a little side hustle.
I'm always thinking of starting a side hustle, and I am.
All right, so you got that entrepreneurial heart of yours and going. So you want to start this side hustle and tell the folks what it's all about. You don't have to be specific, just be a little general. You don't have to say what it actually is, but just give the folks a little teaser of what's happening with you.
It's something that's lacking in the cocktail bar industry in terms of a mixed drink. Is that broad enough?
That's good. So you're going to make your own, some kind of mix for a beverage, and you're going to sell.
Yeah,
it, it's
that's
not out
different than the rest. And I know a lot of people. A lot of people come with these wild ideas, but I'm telling you, I've spent 20 years drinking this thing, so I've taken the time and the effort. You know how passionate I am about this. So
yeah,
I'm
you are
making sure that it's going to be right.
You know, it's funny.
Yes.
I was talking. I think I was talking to you. I can't remember who it was. And it was Dr. Figueroa, and we were saying about how things don't need to be open late, and everyone can. We're not a nocturnal species. And like, is that Colligan? Because last time I checked, he was out till 4 a.m.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Right. What? But anyway, so what's interesting is that I always like to break down new business ventures this way. Okay. People say, well, what should we name it? What should be our tagline? What should be this, right? Because it's actually like the name's one of the last things you do. Anybody that names it first probably isn't an experienced entrepreneur. Because the first thing you say is like, the first thing that people that have never been an entrepreneur is say when they're thinking about a business, what should we name it? Right? Because that's actually really easy. It doesn't take a lot of work to name something, especially if it's a bad name. The other thing is that when people don't know what they're doing and it's an existing business, they say stuff like, let's change the logo and the tagline.
Ooh.
Or let's change the name of the company. Yeah. Because that's
I have been involved in a few logo changes.
Oh, yeah.
In the organization.
Yeah. Let's change the name. Okay. So Research in Motion is a bad name. You need to change it to BlackBerry and you don't even make devices anymore. Like Rome is burning. Let's change the name of the city.
Right.
Well, that'll help put out the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So it doesn't matter what you name it. But when you're thinking of these things, I always go back to one place and I say to myself, you know what? Who do I know? Who have I seen that has done this better in business that people wouldn't expect? Who's a really smart guy, but doesn't come off that way? Dr. Dre. You know the rapper, Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
So he owns some record label. So his record label, I believe, promoted Snoop Dogg and Eminem.
Yeah. Death Row or whatever.
Death Row Records or whatever, right? So what is his strategy for bringing out a new product, right? A new rapper, right? Well, every rapper needs a song that says, what's your name, where you live, and why you're badass. Snoop Doggy Dogg, the bomb. Snoop Dogg, right? He's West Coast. Bow, wow, wow. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, right? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up and put one of these fingers on each hand up, right? Detroit, who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you badass? Right? So you take the Dr. Dre School of Marketing. That breaks it down as simple as everything, right? So you could take that strategy for your first big move in business, use Dr. Dre. Because Dr. Dre has perfected it. It works. And so that's my strategy for marketing. I look at it. I like, that way of doing it. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy, Greg, when I tell them to copy Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I've never actually heard you say that. We talked a little bit about this before this show right now, but it makes a lot of sense to me now when you break it down that way, because he's had a ton of success with that, and then Beats too. I'm Billionaire or whatever from that.
Well, you need something to listen to his music with.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well do that.
Yeah, I mean,
nice little side hustle for him.
He's such a smart guy. Like, he looks at it, he goes, Bose? Come on, man. The badasses don't want to have Bose quiet comfort headphones. That's what weird old honkies wear on planes. Like, the guy's a genius. Like, it's so simple, but it's like he just totally like fleeced Bose. And then maybe Bose makes his headphones for him. Like, who the hell knows, right? But, he puts a B on the side of it. It's just, he's so smart. But, like, he probably told Eminem, like, Eminem's not going to work. You need something else.
Yeah, and it kind of goes, and thinking back to other things we've talked about, but it kind of goes to the importance of having roots and deep roots, origin. That's what you're saying, too, in a about way, I think, is that a lot of these people, they want to own where they're from.
Yeah.
When you do a business, own where you're from, own your origin, own that part of it, and develop it from there.
This is particularly important when your customer is the consumer, an individual consumer, because people want to identify with the consumerist capitalist society we live in says, you need to identify with the products that you own. That's an extension of who you are, right? So the car you drive a GMC XL Denali or whatever it is, right? That's part of who you are as a person, right? Sure. I drive a Suburban LTZ. That's part of who I am as a person. And I say mine's better than yours, whatever, right? I use a BlackBerry. Part of the reason why I use a BlackBerry, one of it's because, I like keyboards. But another part's because I like being different. And people know that about me. It's part of my persona.
And it's Canadian. It's Canadian. You're Canadian. You're backing it.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
What I'm saying is that I'm putting my flag in the ground on a Canadian piece of electronics, not made in Canada, unfortunately, but it used to be. When I bought my first one, it was made in Canada. And not only that, though, I like the keyboard, but it also tells people, you got a BlackBerry? Yeah, be careful with me, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sends a message to people like that. So when you're making these kind of brands for consumers, you got to go with Dr. Dre. Man's a genius. The way he laid it out, like even the way he told Eminem that your name's not going to work, you need a second name. You need a second name that can be in. Who's the real Slim Shady? He's got to stand up. That guy's got to stand up, right? Where's he from? He's from Detroit. Yeah. Right? Why is he badass? Because he's slick as Slim Shady. All you others are just imitating, right? It's such a beautiful way to look at it. It simplifies it for people. So I love Dr. Dre. Folks, this has been the Business Blast, and it's brought to you by the Beats over at Satco. Yeah, satco.com. That's SATCO.com. They do the light thing, yo. They do the right thing, yo.